trying to get him to throw his special one. So now technically he should be auto blocking us, and you're just seeing it's just flat out not happening. Hey, welcome back to the channel. We did a little testing of the newly buffed Angela. Came away pretty impressed. And I wanted to get out some initial thoughts, some initial videos, and some ideas on what she can do, get that out. And then we will continue testing these champions during the streams all week and getting videos out on them. There's some really cool things about what she can do. The thing that's most impressive to me is her ability to get rid of the debuffs quickly. It has to do with her SIG ability. I've got her at SIG 100. This is a 6-star rank 1. I am running a 30% boost to try to give an idea of what a R5 or a rank 2 would be like, rank 2 6-star. But here we go. We're going to take a look at it. Obviously, this is Biohazard. And like I said, I wanted to get this out quickly. So we tested on the stream, and then you're going to see like 3, I think we're going to do 4 fights here, just give you a different idea of the various things that she can now do. And the thing I want you to pay attention to here is how quickly she is going to get rid of the bleed and the poison from the debuffs. In fact, if you're not paying attention, you might not even see it. Keep in mind, this is a SIG 100. And so once she gets up to 4 buffs, she's getting rid of them pretty darn fast. Obviously, the higher you get the SIG, you can get it to where she's doing that with 3. But with Angela, it's not that hard to get your buffs going. Here we go. And I want you to kind of keep an eye too on the healing that's being done. I am running the boost, so that is actually kind of nerfing the healing a little bit as far as the percentage of her health. But keep an eye on like how sustainable she is. Let's go in. I'm hoping we get a bleed here. There it was. Do you see? I mean, it is just like falling straight off. Her damage, I think, is pretty good. You're not going to see these massive yellow numbers out of a special. It's still Angela, but you're seeing really nice, consistent damage there. And then, you know, getting these aptitudes, and we're going to get the aptitude from the special 3. I like her animations. I really do. And it's nice to be not just kind of throwing that SP1 over and over. There is a little bit more nuance there with her. The healing is great. I'm super impressed. I really like her. I was impressed on the stream. She's very fluid to play. Something right there you're seeing is that heavy animation. She covers a lot of ground, making it a lot easier to punish a champion after their special, like right there. And then after their heavy too, which is a big part of staying aggressive and keeping the momentum of a fight going. Like I said, I'm really impressed. Keep in mind, this is basically a rank 4, 5-star. It's a rank 1, 6-star here. We do have the nice boost on, but these fights are going to take a little bit longer than, you know, if I had gotten her at a rank 3 or something like that. So keep that in mind too with her damage, right? I mean, that was a 7,300 medium ending crit. Her crit chance is pretty high. So she's critting quite a bit, especially on those heavies with the increased crit chance. But, you know, aside from that little mistake, she really isn't losing health. She's maintaining it. She's shrugging these debuffs, and that's a big, big deal. I know we're all aware that she can handle Icarus really well, and it is cool, right? I mean, you're getting the massive Furies there from the Icarus node, but there's a lot else she can do. There's a lot more she can do, and these are not, you know, inflating her attack numbers. So I'm excited about her. Let's move on to the next thing that's really cool she can do. She's actually a very good Havoc counter. There's a little bit about having to play her a certain way. You want to make sure you've got the armor up going there. But as you can see, that there's going to be a high chance of us getting the cold snap on here. So I wanted to kind of show that. And then I wanted to show also something that's new that's been added to her is her ability to parry and block projectiles, parry them. It's a big deal. I've gotten significantly more comfortable with the reparry, but look at that. Look at that. You can just parry a champion like Havoc, Iron Man Infinity War. This is a big deal. For those who've taken their certain fight on the war map, especially if the heavy of the champion becomes unstoppable, can't think what that's called at the moment, it is really easy to get backed up into your corner if the defender like a Havoc here or an Iron Man Infinity War doesn't want to play ball and they're just going medium, or they're going medium straight into their heavy. So being able to just parry the projectile, that's a pretty important part of her kit that has now been added. Again, this is still with that boost, so I want keep that in mind when you're looking at the healing. We will do a fight with Winter Soldier or against Winter Soldier at the end of the video, where I no longer have the boost, and I think you'll get an even better idea of how great her healing is, even with suicides. It's pretty awesome. We're playing here. I'm wanting to stay at the 1 bar of power so that we can refresh the armor up. That's what, make sure we don't get detonated there by Havoc. Like I said, the fights aren't going to be perfect plays. Kind of just had to get them in and then get this video going because I wanted to get it out. And in a way, I thought it was kind of cool because it shows that she does have sustainability and her healing really does kick in and do a great job. But this is Havoc here. We've already got him down to 64%. And we're at what, 60 hits here, 58, 60 hits. This is more or less a rank 1 Sig 100 Angela, and she's handling herself against Act 7 nodes and opponents. I thought that was a big deal. I wanted to take her in and really just test her. We are using some synergies. We'll talk about that at the end, but it's Mr. Fantastic. It's Aegon. And I believe Morningstar, but you could do that obviously with Magic as well too. And then the Heimdall, just to get that initial buff going there. So you see we took a little bit of damage and then we did get the detonate because we did not have the armor up. There's an armor break on this node if the defender hits you. So that's important to keep in mind there. She's doing her job, and then keep an eye on the healing. Now the willpower is helping there because of the armor break. So I don't want to lead you astray or lead you, misrepresent this, if that's just her pure healing there. But willpower is a thing and her healing is a thing. And so just keep an eye on that as we come in here and finish off this fight. And then on top of the, I think we'll see that, yeah, because we're going to fight Darkhawk next. But she also becomes immune, more or less, or she lessens the defender's ability accuracy of their auto block by whatever her Sig level is. So it's the same chance as removing those damaging debuffs for each buff she has. So at some point, and you'll see this in the next fight, she's going to shut down Darkhawk's ability to auto block, which is really cool. So no auto block at some point. Keeping the buffs off with Angela is not difficult. And then shrugging those debuffs. I got to tell you, it's kind of reminding me of Kingpin. My Kingpin is a rank 3. And so it's really not fair to compare their damage. I feel like he does more, but he's a rank 3 and this is a rank 1. It's really not a fair comparison. Both very suicide friendly with the right setup. But you're going to see this, again, little mistake there, but she's going to completely handle this fight for me. Destructive Feedback is one of my least favorite nodes in the game, but she's going to handle it here. Be a little careful because I did hit him while his shield is up, so got to keep an eye out for that. Look at that, a 10K medium. 10K medium, nothing real special is going on here. There was no special setup or anything like that. 11K, look at that. Almost 6K lights. So that's 18 from the 3 lights and then 20 from the, so that's not bad. That is not bad for a rank 1 6-star. I think we are gonna go all the way to the SP3 here. You're also getting a good idea of her healing. Remember, it's a little bit nerfed because of the 30% boost there, but you're getting a good idea of her healing. And then we've just got all those boosts. So he is not going to auto block us. Let's see when that should be happening. I guess it's probably already happened quite a few times. I just forgot to point it out. But if you're viewing, I'm sure you've noticed it. All right, so we're gonna go in. We're gonna get that big aptitude. And then right now, I'm still not totally sure, but I think the play is to get above 1 bar of power as quickly as you can to get all of the fury buffs that you can and just really maximize this damage here. Trying to get him to throw his special one. So now technically he should be auto blocking us and you're just seeing it's just flat out not happening. $7K, that is really, really nice. So, like I said, at some point I'm just kind of repeating myself, but I really do like her. Right now it's tough for me. If you're familiar with my rankings, I'm not sure. I don't think we are looking at top shelf. I don't currently think that. I'm thinking somewhere probably in the super premium area. The big benefits being that massive reach on that heavy, the ability to get rid of damaging debuffs. That's a big deal in this game. And it's just all damaging debuffs, including degeneration. So it's not like she's immune to bleed and you're like, oh, bleed nodes, that's gonna really work out well. This is just damaging debuffs. Her damage is very consistent. And I'm just curious to see how high it can get up. That's what's holding me back here a little bit. I want to maybe take her into more rank appropriate. I think 7.1 for a rank 1 6-star. You know, it can be done. It can be, as you just saw, it can obviously be done. Some of those were not the easiest fights, especially that Darkhawk fight. But maybe we take her into a little Act 6 or something like that, and we'll do that on stream. But I'm liking her. I really think she can add a lot to a player's account. Like I said, I like the heavy. I like the ability to block a projectile. You saw the heavy right there. That was nice. And I like the auto block counter. Now, keep in mind, I wanted to show this for a couple of reasons. One, because it can really show when you can open her up, right? That's why we like to do this Winter Soldier and test them in that way. But you're also getting a sense of her healing. You're going to look at our health bar. This is running suicides, and we are going to throw some specials. There's a better idea of what her healing can really do for you. We're going to go in for that special 3 here. And then watch this aptitude, and then watch the damage that we're going to be able to put out. That's a true rank 1 6-star, no buffs. So this is, similar to a rank 4 or 5-star. These are pretty good numbers. These are pretty good numbers for all of the utility that she is coming with. We haven't even talked about the armor breaks. I'm not in love with them. I think there's probably a way to try to get the most out of them that you can. You see that 13K heavy there. But they're very short. They're very short. They are not very strong. And I'm finding that you're not able to really capitalize them that well. That could come from just playing her a little longer, a little more. As you play a champion longer, you get to know the nuances of them quite a bit more. So I think that could maybe come up because I'm trying to think of really what their use would be, maybe interacting with Despair. But again, they're so short. I'm just not sure. They might just be there for show. But that's why we'll do a more thorough review at some point too, and we'll talk about her on stream, of course. That's not bad, right? After the SP3 there, you've got those armor breaks, and then you're able to come in and do some real nice damage. There was a heavy for 14,000 between the 2 hits. And then again, I just can't point this out enough. Look at this healing. This is without that boost that, is kind of percentile wise nerfing her healing a little bit. And for me, I enjoy champions like Archangel and things like that. And it's not just parry heavy. Being able to have that sort of reach on the heavy, and her heavy having that really high crit chance, it's a big deal. It helps you with stun immune champions or things like that. You're seeing it work really well here against Winter Soldier. So yeah, I like her. I think she's got some really great synergies, some really great synergy partners. We'll go ahead and take a look at them after Winter Soldier here. I believe she's going to come in and just finish him off now. Yeah, see, we were down to only 1 Fury. So even with the 5 armor breaks, we weren't doing as big a damage as we were previously. There we go. So there's the 8. You see as the Furies pump up. So really, it's nice to stay in between that 1 and 2 bar, but you want to get those aptitudes as well, of course, if you can. And he's down. So, like I said, rank 1 6-star, Sig 100, handling the debuffs like there's no problem. And then we'll just quickly go over the synergies that we use. We did use Heimdall so we could get that initial buff as quickly as possible. Mr. Fantastic, I believe that's going to be pausing the buffs because I can't think of the name of the synergy, but that's there. It's with Night Thresher as well. Morningstar could have substituted in Magic. If I was really doing a quest, I probably would have substituted Magic. And then I enjoy questing with Aegon. But here we go. We're taking a look at it here. The buffs that the synergies that she had. So champions, basic hits, pause each one buff. So that's nice, for 0.2 seconds, but for each hit, that's going to add up. Take a look at the buffs last 20% longer. Also really nice. We were seeing some of those buffs last quite a long time, but Magic's a champion that you kind of like taking along. Same with Mr. Fantastic and Heimdall. Not so bad. And in my opinion, Aegon is probably the second best skill champion out there, even when you're not necessarily doing the long content. So there's a lot out there. I really like her. I'm looking forward to testing her more on stream. And if you know a way of play, or if you've got some thoughts, I'd love to hear those too. Let me know what I missed, what you think we got right, and what you'd love to see tested out there. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. I hope you either learned something, were entertained, or even better, a little bit of both. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow on Twitter at Vega Gaming 583. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.